Okay, so here's the brutal truth. Most people trying to quit an addiction are fighting the wrong battle. They think it's about willpower, discipline, being stronger, but actually it's not. And that's why they keep failing. In the next 9 minutes, I'll be explaining exactly how addiction actually works in your brain and the strategy that really gets you out. And this is not motivation, neither is it guilt. This is strategy. Now let's go. So let me guess, you've told yourself this is the last time about 100 times. Last cigarette, last scroll session, last binge, last drink, last whatever. And you mean it. You genuinely mean it in that moment. But then a few hours pass, maybe a day, maybe a week, and you're back. And now you're not just dealing with the addiction, you are dealing with the shame of failing again. You start thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just stop? And here's the thing, there's really nothing wrong with you. You are just fighting a battle which you were never taught how to win because nobody explained how this actually works. Alright, here's the big misconception. Most people think addiction is just the substance, the behavior, the thing you are doing, but it's not. It's really not. Addiction is about your brain trying to solve a problem. And the problem is not, I want this thing. The problem is, I feel uncomfortable and this thing makes it stop. Your brain doesn't care if it's a cigarette, your phone, alcohol, scrolling, shopping, or whatever else it could be. Your brain just knows uncomfortable feeling happens. Do this thing and the feeling goes away. Cue, craving, response, and reward. That's the loop. And every time you complete that loop, your brain goes, perfect, feels better. Let's remember this for the next time. So it's not that you are weak, it's that your brain has learned a new solution. And your brain is really, really good at learning solutions. Here is the problem. Most advice about quitting is basically just don't do the thing. Just stop smoking. Just put the phone down. Just say no. And that is like telling someone who's drowning to just swim. Cool. Thanks. That's super helpful. Because here's what actually happens when you try to just stop. You remove the solution, but the problem is still there. The discomfort, the stress, the boredom, the anxiety, whatever it is. Your brain's like, okay, so you're uncomfortable and we used to have a solution for this, but now we don't. So what do we do? And your brain starts screaming, do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. And that's not weakness. That's your brain doing exactly what it was trained to do. It's trying to help you. It's just helping you in the worst possible ways. So if willpower doesn't work, what does? The real framework. Here is the actual strategy broken into 4 steps. Step 1. Identify the real trigger. Most people think the trigger is the thing itself, like I am addicted to my phone. No, you are not addicted to your phone, which is just a piece of glass and metal. You are addicted to what it does for you. It makes you feel less bored, less anxious, less lonely, less uncomfortable. So the real trigger isn't your phone. It's boredom, anxiety, loneliness, discomfort. Figure out what feeling you are actually trying to escape. Because once you know the real trigger, you can deal with the actual problem. Step 2. Replace the reward. You cannot, and I mean cannot, just remove a habit without replacing it. Your brain needs a solution to that uncomfortable feeling. If you don't give it a new solution, it's going to go back to the old one. So, you really do need a replacement behavior. Something that gives your brain a reward without destroying your life. If you are stressed, instead of smoking, go for a walk, do push ups, call a friend. If you feel bored, instead of scrolling, read, draw, do literally anything that isn't passive. If you are lonely, go outside, join a group, connect with actual humans. The replacement doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to interrupt the loop. Step 3. Shrink the decision window. Here is a secret about willpower. Willpower is strongest right now in this exact moment, and it gets weaker the further into the future you go. So when people say, I'm quitting forever, their brain goes, forever? That's terrifying. I can't do that. But if you say, I'm not doing this for the next 10 minutes, your brain goes, oh, okay, I can do 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, you do another 10 minutes. You are not quitting forever. You are just not doing it right now. That's it. You shrink the decision down to something your brain can actually handle. Step 4. Change the identity. This is the most important one. Most people say, I'm trying to quit smoking. And that's wrong. You are not trying to quit. You are not a smoker who's struggling. You are a non-smoker. That's your identity now. Because when you say, I'm trying to quit, your brain hears, I am a smoker, but I'm fighting it. And every time you're stressed, your brain goes, well, you're a smoker. Smokers smoke, so just smoke. But if you say, I am a non-smoker, your brain goes, oh, okay, so we don't do that anymore. And that's a completely different frame. You are not resisting temptation. You are just being who you are. Non-smokers don't smoke. People who don't scroll. And people who don't drink. You are not fighting yourself. You are just living as the person you already decided to be. Alright, this is not a magic solution. You are not going to watch this video and be cured instantly. Addiction doesn't work that way. What this video gives you is a framework, which is a way to understand what's happening in your brain, so you can actually fight the right battle. But you still have to fight. You are still going to have moments where your brain screams at you. You're still going to have days where it feels impossible, and that's okay. It's really okay. Because quitting addiction isn't about having a perfect day. It's about winning more battles than you lose. Some days you are going to win 10 battles and lose 1. That's still a win. Some days you are going to lose 5 and win 2, and that's still progress. Because the thing most people don't understand is that every time you resist, you are rewiring your brain. Every time you choose the replacement behavior instead of the addiction, you are building a new pathway. And every time you build that pathway, it gets a little bit easier. Not easy, easier. The cravings get quieter, the pull gets weaker, your brain starts to learn, oh, we don't need that anymore, we have a new solution. But that takes time and it takes repetition. And it also takes you being okay with the fact that you are going to mess up sometimes, because you will. And when you do, you don't restart from zero. You just start again from where you are, one moment at a time, one decision at a time. Alright, look, your addiction isn't stronger than you. It's just been trained longer. But you can train something new starting right now. So here is what I want you to do. Pick up one thing, one addiction, one habit, one loop you want to break. And for the next 10 minutes, not forever, just 10 minutes, don't do it. When the cravings hit, replace it with something else. You could go for a walk, do 10 push-ups, drink water. I don't care what it is, just do something different. And when those 10 minutes are up, do another 10 minutes. That's it. You are not quitting forever. You're just not doing it right now. And right now is all you need to win. Drop a comment and tell me what you are working on. No judgments, just honesty. Because the first step to breaking free is admitting that you are stuck. And if this helped you, hit subscribe. We are doing more videos like this, real strategies for real problems. You've got this. See you in the next one.